30 laps for one of the most exciting and competitive late model divisions out there. The Bristol Toyota Pace Truck pulls down to the infield. Bill Goodrow and Josh Hedges will bring the field down off of turn number 4. Up on the throttle they come. Trouble for Hedges as Goodrow jumps out front down into turn number 1.
Yeah, Hedges really slowing off the pace, about near halting off of turn 2. And yeah, the yellow flag is going to wave. That one's going to have to come back as Hedges
he just came off the corner and it looked like it quit on him.
Either
down the outside of the front row as the Bristol Toyota Pace Truck pulls down to the infield. We are ready to go. 30 laps. Tim Bolduc looks the field over. Up on the throttle. Green flag unfurls. We're underway. And as we head down into 1, it's Goodrow and Rose racing side. No, this one's coming back as... what the heck happened there? Goodrow and Rose for the 3rd time. Goodrow will bring the field down. Hedges back out at the tail end of the field. Tim Bolduc looks the field over. Goodrow, Rose, Lallier, your top 3. Up on the throttle, green flag is out. This time it's a good start as they roll down into turn number 1. Rose with a run off of turn number 2. Edges out ahead of Goodrow down into 3.
3rd time's a charm for the late models, and Charlie Rose looking hot all over this race restart. Jumps right out to the early lead. Jacob Burns finding that there's speed outside. Bill Goodrow catching on as well. Blocks to the high side. Jacob Burns slides to the low side for an over-under. Bill Goodrow sliding off of 4, making way for Burns.
Look at Richie Murray down to the inside. 3 wide through the corner. Murray down underneath Lallier. Belcher up on the outside. Renegado fills the hole down to the inside as they hit 3 and 4.
Richie Murray motors off turn 4 with Renegado hard on his bumper. Chase Belcher right behind him. Bill Goodrow continuing to backslide. Call around in turn 2. That's Kevin Bowe and the number 7 of Andy Gillis. Not hard enough on the brakes. Just getting in. Touching noses there in the middle of turn 2.
Charlie Rose and Jacob Burns rolling off of turn number 4. Green flag unfurls. We're back underway. Rose looking for the run down on the inside. Burns up top with a good run down up into turn number 3.
Yeah, Burns looked strong on that high groove last restart, trying to pick up where he left off. Charlie Rose, though, always quick when he comes down to the conch, reassumes the lead.
Down the backstretch, and Rose sets the pace. Burns in second. Murray to the outside of Goodrow off of turn number 4. 2 third-generation racers racing side by side into turn number 1 with Murray on the outside, Goodrow down low. Behind them, they're stacked up double wide. Up front, Rose gets sideways. Burns down to the inside, 3 wide off of 4.
Vinny Renegado had to pop out to the high side, try and avoid calamity. He finds grip up high, works his way past Lallier, as does Belcher. They split him. Belcher still to the low side, Renegado to the high side across the line.
Battle up front. Jacob Burns to the inside of Charlie Rose, racing wheel to wheel at the top of the field as they roll down into turn number 3. Burns down low, looking for the advantage. Rose up top, dead even at the stripe that time. 2 100,000ths of a second that time, but it's Burns off of 2.
Charlie Rose loose into 1, really allowed Burns to gain and now take over the lead. Clear all around for the lead. Charlie Rose is second. 3 wide just behind them. Chase Belcher dives to the inside of Bill Goodrow. Takes over 5th place. Vinny Renegado just ahead of him in 4th. Jeremy Lilly continues to slide back just behind them as they battle for 7th.
Jacob Burns continues to hold on at the top of the field. A 2-car length advantage over Charlie Rose. Richie Murray sits 3rd. Renegado up to 4th. 5th is Chase Belcher down the back straightaway. Goodrow back to 6th with Lallier, DeGasperi, Lilly, Jennison, and Fanning, your top 10.
Single file through the field. Zoom on back to about 8th place on back as Lallier and DeGasperi go to war over 8th place. DeGasperi looks low off of 4, settles back in. Jeremy Lilly searches high, looks for a way around Jerry DeGasperi. Now with the big run off of turn 2, tucks the wheel well in underneath, gets all the way alongside Jerry DeGasperi. Off of 4 they come, and Jeremy Lilly has the advantage.
Look at the battle for 3rd heating up while that battle goes on a little bit deeper. Vinny Renegado is working over the back bumper of Richie Murray, trying it high and low. Has not been able to get by the sophomore, but the defending champion trying to get up on the podium. They roll off at 2. Renegado gives him a little shot down to the inside. He goes into 3.
Renegado trying to get all the way alongside Richie Murray, and he does give the nose advantage and more to Vinny Renegado. Chase Belcher now looking to follow suit as Renegado sets the block all the way down into 3 now. 3 cars under a blanket squabbling over that final podium position. It's Chase Belcher now applying the pressure to Richie Murray for 4th.
And Belcher gets a run down low off of turn number 2 and continues to follow that bottom lane. Murray back to 5th now. He tries a crossover move down to the inside of Belcher, but Chase is able to shut the door. 3 drivers locked into the chase, running 3rd, 4th, and 5th down into turn number 3.
A little bit further back, battle for 6. Bill Goodrow still hanging on to 6. I stand corrected as he gets a little loose off of 4, and Jeremy Lilly goes ahead and hops all over that mistake, slides on by. Next in line to do the same is Jerry D.
Jerry trying to work himself up one more spot into the top 7 now, as Goodrow tries to squeeze him down, and Goodrow goes around down into turn number 1. Caution flag comes out for the 3rd time tonight for the 32 of Bill Goodrow. Jacob Burns. Charlie Rose at the top of the field. Ready to come off of turn number 4 as Tim Bolduck looks them over. Off the corner they come. We're back underway. And down into 1, they drag race. Rose up on the outside, looking for some running room down into 3.
Dead even down into 3 and 4. Little bit of advantage to Rose. Burns looking to change that. Look at Vinny Renegado Jr. lying in wait, waiting to pounce. Works the low lane, has a wheel roll to the inside of Jacob Burns, backs out of it at the last second.
Rose with a half a car length off of turn number 4 as Burns gets a little bit loose. Caution flag is out. 1 car around down the back straightaway, and that appears to be Jerry DeGasperi that has gone around down the back straightaway. So looking for the green off of turn number 4. Here we go. Off the corner this time. Nice and even. Rose and Burns lead it down into the 1st and 2nd corner. Renegado down to the bottom, looking to make it 3 wide. Settles it back. Look at Murray down to the inside of Belcher for 4th off of 4.
Richie Murray glued to that low lane that time, cruising right up alongside Chase Belcher for 4th. And at the front, though, it's heats up with Vinny Renegado again applying the pressure, threatening the 3-wide move. Here he goes again.
Off the corner he comes, and Renegado down to the inside of Rose. Charlie trying to shut the door, but Vinny's already there. Renegado looking for the lead down the back straightaway, trying to make it 2 in a row.
Power move by Vinny Renegado as Charlie Rose looks to hold him off as he searches for grip on the outside. Down into 1 they go. Jacob Burns now slide back to 3rd, gathers it back in and settles in behind Vinny Renegado. Renegado working the low lane off of 4.
Charlie pushing it hard up top as they cross the stripe. Renegado still trying to work that bottom lane as they come off at turn number 2. 5 laps to go this time at the stripe. Rose up top, Renegado down low at the stripe this time. Rose continues to hold on at the top of the field.
Less than 5 circuits this time to go as Vinny Renegado continue to give that number 91 of Charlie Rose a lot to deal with. Working the inside now off of 4. Rowdy Burns with the 3-wide look to the inside, settles it back in, had the door open for just a split second. Here he goes again, good turn off of 4, but not enough speed. He settles it right back in behind Vinny Renegado for 3rd.
Renegado with a push off the corner, forcing him up the racetrack, and that's bringing Charlie high and opening up the bottom lane. Burns taking a look down to the inside off of 2, but it's Charlie motoring up on the outside. Off of 4, 2 to go. Rose and Renegado still battling for the lead. Rose trying to shut the door, but here comes Renegado back down low.
Charlie Rose leaves the door open for just a smidge too long. Gives the 17 a chance to stick his nose in. White flag waves, and it's a drag race into 1.
Charlie leads the charge by a half a car length. Renegado back down on the inside. Into 3 and 4 they come. Checkered flag is out. They make contact. Burns down on the inside. It's Rose, Renegado, and Burns at the stripe. working the high side and finding himself high, wide, and handsome, and in victory lane for the first time in 2022 here at Seekonk Speedway. How about a round of applause for tonight's late model feature winner, Charlie Rose. Charlie, congratulations. Tell us about that drive. Man, you had this thing sideways more times than Sunday.
Holy crap. And it kept going forward. The last time we were here, it just had no bite, and I kept looking for more and more and more, and it's not great, but it's got enough to wheel the crap out of it. And these guys, I got to say thank you to these two guys. They raced me with class. It's tough to find guys that race that good like Vinny and Rowdy did tonight. That was a hell of a race. Thank you, guys.
You had the lead on that last restart. You and Jacob put on a great show. You running the outside. Once you got the bottom on the restart, what happened to push you back up top?
I don't know. The thing just wouldn't stay on the bottom and go forward fast enough, so I had to move up a little bit, and it gave them enough room to get in there, but it just didn't give them enough room to finish the job. They were getting sideways a little more than I was getting sideways, and that's all it took.
The smile on your face shows that you had a lot of fun out there.
Wow. That's all I got to say is holy crap, that was fun. That's the most fun I've had in a long time. These guys did a hell of a job, and that was awesome. That's what racing's all about. These guys, they proved it. That was good. Good.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Oh, I got to thank everybody. My father, my mother, my wife Lisa, Roscoe, Jimmy, Kevin, little Peter. He's been a big asset this year. He come aboard, and he takes a lot of burden off me. It helps a lot. And I got to thank Kevin from Simpson's Auto Care. Him, his brother John, and brother Mike are up here tonight. And I told him if I win tonight, don't have another heart attack, John. Last time we went over here, he had a heart attack. And wow. I got to thank Rich, South Coast Power Equipment. I mean, he does a lot for everybody in the racetrack. And John from Woody's Carpentry, and Jesus, mother and father. Daytona 1, Rough and Fenders podcast. Dave Young, he gives me the oils and stuff. And geez, I got to thank all these guys for racing. These fans coming out here to see a hell of a race tonight. That was awesome.
Was a hell of a race. Congratulations. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Back in victory lane, Charlie Rose Jr. Our second place finisher tonight, Vinny Renegado Jr. And Vinny, you gave it all you had, came up just a little bit short.
Yeah, just a little free on entry to finish off the job, and just lacked a little bit bite off. But I'll tell you what, that was amazing. I mean, I don't know if I've had that much fun running for the lead in a long time. And you know, Charlie, he ain't no slouch. He's been around here a lot of times, and he knows his way around. And that was awesome to do some good, hard fighting racing, but clean wise with Charlie and Jacob. That was really a blast.
I know you got some people to thank. You got to feel real confident going into the chase.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we worked for. I mean, and like I said, we weren't that good during the year, and we've struggled, and you know, we found something else that works for us. And you know, my team never gave up. You know, they were right beside me in the shop, working on it every night, and just trying to keep digging for more. And you know, you never know who you're going to be up against. And you know, tonight was a prime example where you just gotta go home and do a little fine tuning and come back and try to be a little bit better.
All right, how about a moment to thank your sponsors and your crew?
Yeah, I got the best damn crew there is in the business, I think. You know, they fight hard, you know, and we never put our heads down. As much as we struggle, we always try to keep our heads up high, and you know, I appreciate that a lot from them. You know, Spotter is like unbelievable. You know, Nick, he's done an awesome job, and we've worked hand in hand ever since we've been in the late model, so that's awesome to build a chemistry with him. And I got to thank all my sponsors: Anubis, McCabe Construction, Sadao Excavation, Gerard Building, A1 Paving, S&R Plastering, East Bay Quality Hardwood, Belasco's Pizza, Malik's Liquors, BAM Powder Coating, Somerset Tours and Travel, Elmwood Dodge, J&E Welding, Nacho Mamas, Reliable Pest Control, DJL Electric. Anybody else that I may have forgotten? We almost need a station wagon for all these sponsors here.
All right, congratulations. The second place finish. Way over to him. He's been sitting here waiting a while for me. Jacob, a great run. You and Charlie put on a heck of a battle for that lead, and you never gave up right down to the checkered.
Yeah, no, the last restart didn't really help out a lot. The car changed completely. But it was a great runless draw. They drove me clean the whole race. Couldn't think anything else from him. And thanks for Vinny running me clean too the whole race. It was a fun race.
It's got to feel real good. Third place finish tonight. You got the chase coming up in 2 weeks. You've been real consistent. You've been strong all year this year. You got to feel real confident.
Yeah, it's a real confidence booster. We had a few bad weeks in last month, and now we're finally picking it back up, consistent runs, so I couldn't thank anything else for this car.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Huge thanks to my uncle for being able to let me race this year, and Mike Vaness, Ryan Vaness for setting this thing up. Huge thanks to them, and my spotter, Jake Sylvia. I forget him every week, so I want to thank him this week. And I'd like to thank all my sponsors for being able to be here and helping put money towards this year.
All right, congratulations. A great third place finish.